Good day and welcome to Mrs. Bam's Study Notes. The topic for today is leadership styles. Leadership styles refer to the approaches and behaviors that leaders use to direct, motivate, and manage teams or organizations. Different leadership styles can be effective in different situations, depending on the nature of the group, the goals, and the environment. Here are some of the most widely recognized leadership styles. Number 1. Autocratic leadership. This style of leader makes decisions unilaterally without seeking input or feedback from group members. The leader has complete control over the group, and the members are expected to follow directions without question. This style is most effective in situations where quick decision-making is required, or where tasks are simple and need to be done in a specific way. It is also useful when working with unskilled or inexperienced teams. The drawbacks are that it can stifle creativity, reduce employee morale, and lead to resentment if overused or misapplied. Team members may feel disengaged or undervalued. Number 2 is the democratic leadership. Democratic leaders involve their team members in the decision-making process. They encourage participation and value input from the group. While the leaders still make the final decision, they seek feedback and strive to build consensus. This style works well in fostering collaboration, creativity, and morale as team members feel valued and empowered. It works well in environments where the team's input and creativity is crucial. The drawbacks are that it's time-consuming because it involves consulting with many people, which may slow down decision-making in urgent situations. Number 3 is transformational leadership. This type of leader inspires and motivates their teams by creating a vision of the future and encouraging innovation and change. They focus on developing their team members and aligning their individual goals with the goals of the organization. This style is effective in environments where change is needed, or in teams that require high levels of motivation and creativity. It is often seen in industries that thrive on innovation and growth. The drawbacks are that transformational leaders can inspire their teams, but they may struggle with the more tactical day-to-day management of operations. It also requires a high level of emotional intelligence and trust. Number 4, transactional leadership. Transactional leaders focus on structures, rewards, and penalties to motivate their team. They set clear goals, monitor performance, and use rewards for meeting objectives, and penalties for failing to meet them. This style is effective in environments where tasks are routine or when efficiency and productivity are critical. It is useful in achieving short-term goals or ensuring consistency and stability. The drawbacks are that it can lead to a lack of creativity or initiative because the team members are primarily motivated by external rewards rather than intrinsic satisfaction. It may also create a less engaging and inspiring work environment. Number 5 is laissez-faire leadership. With laissez-faire leadership style, it's a hands-off approach where the leaders provide minimal direction, and this leader allows team members to make decisions on their own. The leader offers support when needed, but generally stays out of the day-to-day operations. This style works well with highly skilled, self-motivated teams who don't require much supervision and are capable of managing their own tasks. It's ideal in creative fields or for teams that are already highly competent. It can, however, lead to confusion, lack of coordination, and low accountability, particularly in teams that lack experience or direction. There may be a lack of clear goals or expectations if it is not properly managed. Number 6, servant leadership. The characteristics of a servant leader is to prioritize the well-being and the development of their team members. They focus on serving others and empowering their team to succeed. This style emphasizes empathy, listening, and supporting others in their growth. This style is particularly effective in creating strong, supportive relationships and fostering loyalty. Great in organizations that value collaboration, inclusivity, and employee well-being. The drawbacks are that while it creates a positive environment, servant leadership can sometimes be perceived as weak or indecisive, especially in more competitive or high-pressured environments. Number 7 is the charismatic leadership style. A charismatic leader relies on their personal charm, energy, and enthusiasm to inspire and motivate their teams. They often have a strong vision and are able to persuade and captivate people through their speeches, behaviors, and actions. This style will work effectively in situations where the leader needs to inspire passion and commitment, such as startups, political movements, or organizations undergoing transformation. Some drawbacks are that the team may become overly reliant on the leader's charisma, and if the leader leaves or falters, the group may struggle. It may also focus too much on the leader's personal qualities rather than the systems or the structure. Number 8, situational leadership. Situational leadership emphasizes the needs for leaders to adapt their style based on the specific circumstance or the maturity level of their teams. Leaders assess the situation and adjust their approach, whether autocratic, democratic, or otherwise. It is based on the needs of the team and the task at hand. This style works particularly well in dynamic environments where conditions frequently change, and the leader needs flexibility to respond accordingly. It is also effective when working with teams of varying skill levels. The drawbacks are that it requires a high level of emotional intelligence and the ability to read situations accurately. If not managed well, it can lead to confusion amongst team members and about the expectations. Number 9, coaching leadership. This type of leadership is focused on the personal and professional growth of their team members. They act as mentors and guide individuals towards improvement by offering feedback, encouragement, and resources. This style is effective in environments where development and skill building are key, such as in sport teams, educational settings, or mentorship programs. It can, however, be time-consuming because it requires a lot of attention and investment in the individual development of each team member. It may not be practical in high-pressure or urgent environments. Number 10 is the visionary leadership. Visionary leaders focus on the long-term goals and aspirations of the group, often articulating a compelling vision of the future. They inspire the group by aligning their actions and their decisions with the vision and encouraging team members to pursue it together. This style is effective when leading groups or organizations through periods of change, transformation, or growth. It's often good when trying to motivate teams to work towards innovative and long-term goals. The drawbacks are that visionary leadership can be less effective if the leader fails to manage day-to-day details or if the vision isn't clearly communicated or realistic. In conclusion, each leadership style has its strengths and its weaknesses, and the effectiveness of any given style depends on the situation, the needs of the team, and the leader's ability to adapt. Great leaders often blend different styles depending on the context, the people that they are leading, and the goals that they want to try and achieve. The key is to be aware of the various styles and to be able to shift between them as needed to get the best results. Join me again for Mrs. Bam's Study Notes.